Hey there, guys, and thank you for coming back to my review channel for today's review. I said, you know what? I'm going to take the plunge. Currently, I am without a car, and I've been getting around on foot and train, and Mega's been taking me back and forth. And so the only place I was able to go and pick anything up was at a 7-Eleven, and I paid way too much for this. I will never buy Oreos ever again from 7-Eleven. I paid like $7.96 plus tax for these Coca-Cola limited edition Oreos. I've never seen them before. And they arrived at this 7-Eleven on Monday. Now, on Monday, I just started going back and forth taking the train. They arrived on Monday, and I was like, I'm not going to get them. Then Tuesday, they still had plenty of them. I was like, I'm not going to get them. Now, today's Wednesday. Today's actually 9/11, September 11th, and they had them. And I picked them up. $7.96. What a plunge. But enough of that. Let's get right into this. And let's see what we got. About 10 servings per container. Serving size is 2 cookies. And they say that that's 29 grams. Not even quite an ounce. How big is this package? This is a 10.68 ounce, 303 grams. That is awfully precise, if I do say so myself. Let's look at we're going right through the nutrition facts. Calories 140, and that's for 2 cookies. Total fat 6 grams, 8%. Sat fat 2 grams, 10%. Trans fat 0. Cholesterol 0 milligrams. Sodium 85 milligrams, 4%. Total carbohydrates 21 grams, 8%. Dietary fiber 0. Total sugars is 12 grams, includes 12 grams added sugars for 24% of your sugar intake. So 2 cookies is a quarter of your sugar for the day. There's only 20 cookies in here. So just think about that. Only 20 cookies. Protein, less than a gram. Well, that makes sense. Vitamin D, 0 micrograms. Calcium, 0 milligrams. Iron, 0.7 milligrams, 4%. Potassium, 20 milligrams, 0%. Contains wheat and soy. Distributed by Modelēz Global LLC, East Hanover, New Jersey. 07936 USA. Contains bioengineered food ingredient. Contains a bioengineered food ingredient. And their ingredients are sugar, unbleached enriched flour, wheat flour, niacin, reduced iron, thiamine monotrate, which is vitamin B1, riboflavin, vitamin B2, folic, and that's also paired with folic acid, palm oil, soybean and or canola oil, cornstarch, cocoa processed with alkali, corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, salt, baking soda, Coca-Cola syrup, and Coca-Cola syrup. Now this is in parentheses. Coca-Cola syrup is high fructose corn syrup, water, caramel color, phosphoric acid, and natural flavor. That's all for Coca-Cola. Soy lecithin, red 40, dun dun dun. Red, I guess it's red 40 lake, and then so it's red 40 and then lake as well, and then comma. Natural and artificial flavor, chocolate, and carbon dioxide. I had no idea there was carbon. I mean, it makes sense, right? They are Coca-Cola Oreo with Coca-Cola popping candy made by Coca-Cola. Like, this is, in my opinion, this has got to be we have reached the pinnacle when nothing else was working out, and Oreo said, you know what? Let's see if Coca-Cola wants to work with us. Because Oreo knows that Coca-Cola, I almost gave you guys an opinion. I'm not going to do that. But we are going to get my opinion on these Oreos with Poppin' Rocks. And like I said, I took the plunge. $7.96. That is quite a different look to the Oreos, if I do say so myself. I don't think I have ever seen Oreos that look like that. What a different color. Different color, just different everything. Well, we're going to take 2 because that's our serving sizes too. And leave the rest in there. I can't wait for Meg to try these. Her impression of this, when I told her about these, she was like, are you serious, Johnny? And I was like, yes, babe, I am totally serious. Oreo has paired with Coca-Cola, and they're here. And let me tell you, this package smells like a Coca-Cola. Wow, these cookies smell like Coca-Cola. I don't know how they did that. That is absolutely incredible. And you have an Oreo cookie on one side, and then you have Coca-Cola and some Coca-Cola bottles on it. That's pretty nifty. I definitely like that. I really hope that these are tasty. So here's the question. Do you eat it all at one shot, or do you break it down and have it in pieces? That is the question. So what I'm going to do, I'm doing one I'm going to break down, and then one I'm going to have all together. So this one I'm going to have to the side. I'm going to just leave that right there. And this one we're going to break down. Wow, the cookies came right off. And this smells like straight up Coca-Cola. Okay. Yeah, that's your Coca-Cola cookie. And this smells like chocolate. That is unbelievable. Mm-hmm. Chocolate with a smidge of the Coca-Cola taste to it. And this is your bioengineered food ingredient right here. The popping candy and the cream. That has to be your bioengineered food ingredient. So let's try it out. How's the popping cream? I really hope that you guys were able to hear that. That is the sound of the popping candies as they are popping in my mouth. What an experience. Like, truly an experience. These Coca-Cola Oreos are amazing, if you ask me. And I've only had one cookie. I still have to have the other half of my serving. So, here we go, guys. The whole shebang, one shot. Oh my god. These are going to disappear. If you haven't tried these, granted, like I said, $7.96 is outrageous. That's probably the most I've ever paid for anything that's like food related. And I've shopped at the exotic snack store. You know what though? As crazy as this sounds, it's worth every bit of that $7.96 plus tax. This flavor, you have a Coca-Cola aftertaste while the Pop Rocks are going off. It's the same sensation that when you drink soda and then have Pop Rocks right after. I would say almost the same sensation. Like Pop Rocks deliberately is just a sensation all on its own, but this imitates that very, very well. I really like this. They did an amazing job. I cannot believe it. And here we are, September 11th, 2024. Oreo Coca-Cola with popping candy. Very, very happy. So, and this is Coca-Cola Creations, actually. Look at that. Co-Creations. It doesn't show that anywhere on the face of the package. It only shows it on the side panel. I'm happy. I think this was a pretty tasty thing. And I definitely wanted to make sure I read the ingredients because I'm sure one of you guys out there will tell me exactly what is the bioengineered food ingredient, because the jury on my end is still out. I mean, I'm sure most of it. I wouldn't be surprised if Oreos altogether is just made in a chemical factory. Probably nothing nutritionally value to these cookies like that. I would say is like you get a lot of sugar That's it. A lot of sugar. You get no potassium. You get a little bit of iron, 4%. You get 8% of carbohydrates, 4% your sodium, 10 sat fat, 8 total fat. Like, when you really think about it, they're tasty. Do you need them? That's the question. Do you need them? And I'm not going to lie. This is such an experience. I feel like everybody needs to at least try this. So, I think you do. And if you do see it and you are an Oreo fan just as I am, check them out. You won't be disappointed. If you enjoy Coca-Cola and Coca-Cola is your forte, those Pepsi fans are not going to be too happy with this one. But if you are a Coca-Cola fan, you're going to be in love with this concoction, this tag team for the championship belt. And if you even notice, it looks like a belt. It looks like a belt right there. Perfect. Loving it. So, as always, guys, before we get out of here, if you guys could do me one solid thing, and that would be to share kindness in your day-to-day routines. The easiest way, in my opinion, to share kindness, you walk up to an establishment, you're going in. Hold the door open. Just hold it open for an extra 10, 15 seconds, tops. Somebody will walk in with you. As you walk in, or somebody will walk out. Either way, you want somebody to go through that doorway. And when they do, look at them and say, hey, today we're sharing kindness. Have a nice day. And then proceed into the store. When you're on your way out, hold the door open. Same thing will happen. I'm telling you, wait 10, 15 seconds. Either somebody will go into the store or somebody will come out. And if somebody goes in, as they approach, say, hey, today we're sharing kindness. Have a nice day. Or if somebody's leaving, if they're leaving, 9 times out of 10, after they get out the doorway, you're going to let go. Unless there's more people coming through. If there's more people coming through, I would say definitely hold that door open. And then say, as the last person clears the doorway, I would say, hey, have a nice day. And make sure I'm loud and boisterous about it. I would be like, hey, have a nice day. Today we're sharing kindness. Or something to that effect. And what you're doing, when you say that word kindness, you're subliminally planting the kindness seed in the back of somebody's mind that later on during the day, the week, the month, or the year, that person is going to do one random act of kindness. And we hope they follow through with it, because when you do kind things, you make the world a better place. And that's the truest of the true. The more kindness that you put out into the world, you are making the world a kinder place. It's absolutely incredible. And I would highly, highly recommend anybody and everybody. It's absolutely free, and everybody is able to provide kindness to another person. So wouldn't you want to make the world a better place? If you're in like a hostile environment, your act of kindness might trend and it might catch. And if it catches, think of how amazing your area will become, wherever you're living. Just practice kindness. It starts with you, and you can make it happen and start today. Working on making the world a better place. Just spread some kindness. As always, guys, my name is Johnny5. Sorry that this review is taking a little bit longer. I'm just absolutely excited about Oreo and Coca-Cola. And who wouldn't be excited about Oreo and Coca-Cola? Especially if you paid $7.96 for this. But enough of that. I want you guys to know I am Johnny5. And I hope you guys enjoyed this review as much as I enjoyed making it. And if you did enjoy this review, please give me a thumbs up. Show me some in the comment box down below. Have you seen these? If you did you pick them up? And did you pay an outrageous price like I did? Let me know in the comment box down below. Let me know. What I'm looking for is, how much did you pay them for? Where, like store-wise, Kroger, Stop and Shop, Walmart. And how much did you pay and what state? I don't need to know everything, like down to the bottom line with the store. That's all I really want to know. I think that information would be really cool to find out how much other places are charging for these Oreos. That's the only thing that I personally don't have the ability to see. Yeah, you can look online. You can buy anything online. But when was the last time you physically went somewhere and bought something? That's what this channel is. So if you're like me and you need to shop at a brick and mortar to get your stuff done, let me know in the comment box down below. If you're new to this channel, highly recommend you to subscribe. Every day, different review, food review. On the weekends, one day of the weekends, I give you guys a vape review. Jay Glee's and Cobra Snake will be down in the description box. Jay Glee's is a jack of all trades, master of none. Cobra Snake is a retro video gamer. Both of those guys are totally awesome. They definitely could use some support, so check them out. And also, work on sharing kindness. As you know, I definitely love to share some kindness. I shared kindness when I was getting this Oreo Coca-Cola. I somehow managed to go into the store, open the door. 2 people walked in. Hey, have a nice day. We're sharing kindness. And then as I was leaving, it was like a bus of like 4 or 5 people. I don't know where these people, how they got into the 7-Eleven, because I literally went into the 7-Eleven and grabbed 2 Fusions and 2 Monterey Jack and chicken taquitos, and I was out. But the whole group of people showed up, and I held the door open, and all of them walked out after me. And it was just wild, because I was like, yo, hey, today we're sharing some kindness. You guys have a great day. And everybody was like, yeah, everybody was in a good mood, which, in my experience, for where I was at, by the Deer Park train station, people in that area are not exactly in a good mood. But these folks were, and that was totally awesome. And what I'm getting at is, you don't know how receptive people are to kindness. And when you put it out there and you make people aware that it is a kind gesture, the world becomes a brighter place. Personally, myself, I've never seen that before, but I was happy that I got to see it today. So, work on sharing kindness. It's making the world a better place. Be good, be safe. And I'll catch up with you guys on the next one. You guys are the best. Later, taters.